Hey guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another account review. Today we are on a global server account. I do not know that name, the meaning of it, how to read it, but I know that the account owner told me that he has premium units, but not premium runes. And from the profile, we can already see all the premium units that he has. Very jealous. Damn. I see a ragdoll. Premium, Dark Zenitsu, Van Cliff, Han Wu, Eleanor. There's a Laura, the Light Inosuke, Shun that got buffed. There's Yonhong, Silver, Burgild, Wedget, Domin. I forgot that girl's name. And Velasca. He might even have more, but damn, these are some good LD Nat 5s. But he has a lot of them. Best record in Arena was G3, so okay, so his rune quality might not be as bad, but we all know that Guardian got a lot easier to achieve. I mean, G3 still might be decently difficult, but we all know that it did get easier. RTA is C2. He's doing all the dungeons, not surprised. Solo R5, perfect. I always like to look at the Sanctuary of Dreaming Fairies. Looks like he's doing that well. To make this easy, to make this quicker, just change out the Riley for like the Hrausvelg or the Wind Chimera, something like that. Sonya. Let's go check out his runes because he did say that his rune quality isn't that great. We'll check out the efficiency of it. The previous review we took a look at Amadeus's account, and it was a showcase where we saw great rune quality and how he got G3. Let's kind of compare it with that and see how far he is. If we see something close, then maybe he could definitely get Guardian because he has the toys for it. But if it looks way too off, then maybe C3, P1 is really what he should achieve. But we won't know until we see the runes, so let's get right in. If we look at his runes, he has a total of only 1,800 runes, so the number of runes is pretty low. If you only look at 6 stars and 12 to 15, that drops to 1,600 runes. If we look at efficiency, 120. I'm gonna assume that we don't see a whole lot here. Maybe like 1 rune. No runes, okay. So that's a big difference from the 35 that we've seen in the past review. 110. I think we've seen like 200 plus here. Okay, 16 runes. So yeah, he's like 10% lower in efficiency compared to that G3 account that we've seen. See the lack of tags, so maybe he's not putting his priorities straight. If we look at the grinds here, okay, at least all of these are fully grinded, it looks like. I mean, kind of makes sense because it is the highest efficiency runes that he has. Let's look at 100%. 162 runes. I'm gonna assume we'll see grind and gem issues. When I say grind and gem issues, I mean there are runes that do not have grind and gems, right? Not runes that do not have legend grinds and gems. Maybe not. Some of these are very fast too. So he's not really lacking in speed. Okay, there's a rune there that's lacking in the HP grind, HP flat. But it looks like most of these runes are fully grinded. I mean, they might not be grinded to max hero, but they're grinded. That looks good. That looks good. Okay. Let's take a look at his fast runes now. So maybe grinds and gems aren't really an issue for him. Despair. Speed. 28. Okay. 27. So now we do see some grind and gem issues because we see a 27 here. At least a 28. A plus 4. Well, this is worthy of plus 5 because it's 29. And then there's an HP, defense, and attack. That's a very good rune. All percentage stats. This could be very high in efficiency once he gets done. But that's great. There's that other rune that we've seen. But other than that, most of them do have at least hero maxes other than that 1 rune. Second page ends at 24. Most of the runes here are also grinded. It's good to see. Still plus 3s here and there. With 4s, it could be 25. So maybe just small work that he needs to do to perfect some of the better runes that he has. I mean, the first 2 pages definitely look usable due to its speed. Swift. Speed 29 could be 30. So again, I think these runes are definitely worthy of +5s. I am also questioning the resistant gem. Maybe you're using it on a specific unit, but I'm not usually happy with those gems on a fast rune like this. I want it to be more efficient. This also could be a 28 with a +5. I think a lot of these, seeing his speed, I think if it could be 28, +5 is pretty much worthy. Other than that, at least they're all grinded to a certain point. Second page ends at 24. Okay. He could definitely be higher than C2 from what I'm seeing with Despair and Swift, unless his Violent runes and Will runes are totally different in quality. Violent, 32, 31, 30, three quads right there. Another 28, that could be a 29. So 32 here. What's surprising is that there's no gem that I see. And I also see that there's no legend grinds. I mean, you give it a +5 on speed, and it's a quad speed. Easily legend stuff should be applied here. Same with this. You give it for defense, but not for HP. And it looks like the gem is really low too, because it's 16 with a 7. So the gem was a 9, a blue max. You're looking for a 13 or a 12 at the very least, and a +10 or +9, right? So priorities set. You want to set priorities straight. It definitely looks like there are runes that are worthy of legend stuff. You should probably go back into R5 and at least work on getting these runes done. When I mean done, these runes really are worthy of the legend stuff. And with all the events that are going on in Summoners War, I think there are just more opportunities to gain all these legend grinds and gems. A lot easier to get them. With the R5 update, quote unquote, it did get easier to get a certain type of grind. I'm farming the fire one. I easily have gotten multiple speed legend grinds for Despair, some for Violent. It did get easier. Second page ends at 25, third page ends at 23. Yeah, I think your C2 record is low. Seeing this type of rune quality and then your premium box, definitely, yeah, rune wise is not premium because I do see lack of it. I mean, they're good, but they're not the best. When I see the best, you guys know what I mean. Go watch the previous review, the G3 review, and look how he has grinded his premium runes. Okay, his premium runes mostly all have legend grinds and gems. And the efficiency is out of the world. And it's because he's giving them legend grinds and gems. Will, speed, 32, another quad. He has nice runes. This is 28 with a 3. It could be 30. No, this is ancient. Yeah, this could be 31 with a legend grind. A lot of great runes. I think overall his speed might be faster than mine. Oh man. Oh, at least for Violent. I think his Swift is a little slower because he didn't have a lot of quads. Yeah, I'll work on R5 and raid. Get the legend grinds, get the legend gems, and at least finish up your premium runes. And when I say premium, at the very least the quad speed runes, I think they're pretty much premium. And then if you want to kind of expand that, maybe things over 27, maybe even over 26, if they're efficient enough, you might want to give them legend grinds and gems. I think if you start there, especially if you're a Violent player, even if you're a first turn player, the more your builds are efficient, the more damage they'll do based off of additional damage, and the more survivability they'll have, just the more damage they'll do. They'll land more skills due to having more stats, probably in accuracy and such, due to all the stats you get from the grinds and gems. It just makes everything better. And this is a given. Everybody knows that, but I'm just giving you a reminder because this is what you want to hear. Okay, let's go back into the game and check out the box, because you know what? He could have even more LD5, which is crazy. So yeah, Velasca, man. This unit right here, I think is a cheat code for RTA. She didn't get touched, nerfed this past balance patch, so you could still spam her. She's very easy to rune, easier than Leo, right? Because, I mean, you're not going to make her too slow, so you're not really striving for 0 speed, but you could still go with, what, 80, 90 speed due to her passive. She doesn't need any crit rate, crit damage. She just needs a whole lot of HP and preferably 100 rest. So, very broken unit. Jealous. Okay, there is another LD5. There's the Dark. Oh shoot, a Dark Angel. There's also Sala. Wish these will get touched someday. Also the Nyx. Dude, Nyx Velasca is nasty. Because you know Nyx Fermion is pretty common in RTA from a lot of Korean players and also Japanese players. I remember her name now. Wu Yang, Nyx, Valeska, maybe Ragdoll. Damn, these are some nasty combos that you could probably go. Domain is also pretty ugly, and you could also incorporate Kopsu there because you have so many dark. For light, you have Silver. Silver is such a good unit too. I mean, there are ways to exploit him, but you can't argue that he's a bad unit because he has a 33 lead and his kit is pretty stacked. Light Inosuke, kind of hard to use, but who knows. Burgil kind of died out. Shun with the buff might be more fun to play. There's Eleanor, there's the Wedgeat, there's Laura. Laura did get nerfed, but I think still a lot of people use her, so yeah. I think the only thing we've seen extra is the Dark, Twin Angels, and Sala. But I do think that you do have a way to exploit RTA right now with the use of Valeska, and maybe with Nyx. I think it does become a pretty hard and extremely annoying team to deal with. Definitely relies on rune quality. You want your runes to be very efficient for these to be very tanky and to be able to survive that long, so on and so forth. But with Kopsu, like Valeska, Kopsu, and Nyx, those three together seems pretty nasty. But I do see a lot of people also pair their team, you know, somewhat similarly with Vivichel. Usually Valeska is replaced with Fermion if you do so. Watch some battles that consist of Nyx and Fermion. I think you could mimic that type of team. Just replace the Fermion with Valeska. Although Fermion is a little more annoying with Nyx because of the provoke. There it is. Is it a one-turn provoke? Oh, it's one turn. So it becomes a two-turn provoke. So that becomes annoying. So Valeska doesn't have anything like that, which is the flaw, I guess. For wind, anything you're missing that's crucial in the game. Or crucial for RTA and Arena, because that's what he wants me to focus on. He does have Angela, perfect. I love Angela. Like, if you incorporate Angela with your Valeska team, that's also annoying. No Odin, no Diana. Not crucial, but they're good to have for sure. Other than that, though, not much to add. You also have Aya. Yeah, okay. Water. Barbara is fine. Alicia's fine. Yeah, you mostly have all the stuff. Perfect. Fire. Cassandra. No, you have Federica. Okay. You have Lucia. Yeah, it looks like if you don't have the Collab unit, you have the Summoners War unit. So it looks like you have all the units that you really need. For Arena, though, you're probably gonna look for Legend because you did get G3. Okay, so this is a pretty common defense I have met in my Rush 2 with Valeska. It does get annoying because Valeska is usually on 100 res. If it resists, I could lose. And I'm pretty sure his is on 100 res. No! Okay, so maybe that's what you should work on first. Try to make this 100 res. And I want to argue that maybe you want to put this on Swift. Because right now, my defense could just outspeed this. I'll come into this once to see how fast it is. If I start outspeeding it the first try, I'll just keep coming into it. Because it's free if I land everything. And even if I don't and lose, I'll still come into it again because it's that quick. And these are the weaknesses of these teams because the last 15-20 minutes, you want defenses where people won't come in, right? But if they do come in, then you're getting hit 10 to 15 times when you're attacking like 2-3 times. So, yeah, I'll try to make it more like speed, clear, proof. If not, I will make a second stallish team, probably with Camila. Do you have another Camila? Like, I want to see 2 Camilas for these Cleavis stuff, for the stallish stuff, but it looks like you only have 1. I like the team though. I really like the team. I just think that if Laura is on Swift and could even just cut in the middle to get the strips, will be very nice. She doesn't even have to do the strip. If she's that fast and she uses skill 2 and gets stuns, that'd be great because mostly like speed cleaves don't have will. Most people don't have that type of premium runes, like mine as well. Most of my Swift units are broken, so they are off will. And if Laura uses skill 2, I'm kind of in trouble. I think I'll just change that. That's the only thing I'll change. I like the defense though. Eleanor shouldn't be on 100 res. I mean, it's nice if it is, if she's that tanky, but a lot of people don't go 100 res because she puts up immunity by herself. So that's understandable. But just imagine why I think 100 res could be better because of, you know, if she resists this, then she could cleanse everything and it becomes annoying then. But that's all ifs. A lot of people don't believe in resistance. I do. It works well for me. A lot of people don't see success with it, so they don't like it. So there are two sides of a coin. For AOs, you're using a Hanuri second turn team, Hanuri Tiana team. I wonder how fast your Hanuri is here, because you're using it also in a Leo team and a Tiana team. It has to be decently fast. So if it's in here, it has to be tuned to the Tiana, which I'm pretty sure you're not going to get. So you have to choose. You can't use it for both teams. Well, you can, but you have to tune it to the Tiana, not to the Leo. So you can't go no speed, or you're just going to get cut. So that's a flaw there. See dot teams here. Okay, AO seems a little lacking. I will go a second turn Christina team rather than the Hanuri team, because I know Hanuri does not dish out enough damage. Unfortunately, that's the reality of it. A lot of people think that's why he needs a buff, which I kind of understand. What else is there? The snipe team is something good. I would like to see that. Thank you. And a dot team is what I saw. Yeah, I think you're just liking a second turn team and a really fast team. Do you have Leah? If you don't have Leah, I will at least make a very fast Zeros team. It's just that you need a strip. Ooh, you have Wu Yong, right? Yeah, Wu Yong is good because it has attack buff and attack bar boost. You now just need an AoE strip with defense break. I wonder how good this is. If this all lands, it would be nice, but I'm pretty sure it's just not as consistent. Ooh, how about this? So then, if you use this, you'll use Chiyu, right? It has to be Chiyu because you don't have an AoE stripper. Unless you use Laura. Oh my goodness, you know what? If you could make it a swift Laura and everything tuned, this could work. Boost. Wow, but you have to make Ouyang faster than your Laura. That's the thing. I guess not, because Laura doesn't really need to get the attack buff, to be fair. But I would like Ouyang to be faster, but if you can't, that's fine. But AoE strip, attack buff, boost, and then AoE reset with defense break, and then because you have attack buff, Zeros end it. Dude, this team looks cooked. I'll definitely make this as your fast team. Right? But you do have to make your Laura like really fast. Dude, this team is nice. This is the one team I'll probably make. I like it. If you guys see anything better, please let the account owner know. But I think this will do it. I think this will do it. And I like the Zeros more than Leah right now. The one downside of this team is that it's a little weak against probably Camilla's. But I think Wu Yong, survivability, Laura with defense buff, although it's not one turn, gives you some kind of edge against Camilla. There's no Oblivion though, so yeah, it does get hard with Camilla's. Maybe you need a different damage dealer of some sort against Camilla, so you could deal with that better. Is there a way you could incorporate a 33 lead? If you incorporate a 33 lead, what would you do? I do think it's much better to use Samath. Oh, Samath is out here. Okay, Samath. So now you need a attack. Well, there's no attack buffer. Stripper, AoE reset, defense break. Zeros could still do well here. Or you know what? You could even do Silver if you want. AoE strip, Silver goes in to start controlling attack bar, putting all the debuffs, AoE reset, and then clear. This could help you with less damage, for sure. So maybe do a variance of things against, like, super fast defenses. And for semi-fast defenses, you could go for more damage. Use the Wu Yong. What do you guys think? I think that's the best way. Do you even have Leah? If you have Leah, it could be nice. You do have Leah, so... Well, but Leah's don't really shine against speed defenses. That's the thing. I just don't know how much you'll get off of the speed buff. And does this give a speed debuff? It does, right? A speed buff, a speed debuff, and then Leah might dish out enough damage to deal with speed defenses as well. So this could also work. So let's say this is a variance of it, and then you also want the Wu Yong variance, right? Wu Yong variance, which is initially the same thing, but with Zeros. I think something like this. Maybe. I like these two. Let me know how it goes. But they do have to be tuned pretty well. And then now for RTA, your RNC3. in a better standing than ever with a better win rate as well, are you spamming Valeska? No, what? Oh, because with the update I can't see it. Crap. You're using Wedge at? Okay, Swift Will. Interesting. Silver. That's a tanky silver. That's decently ruined. Veladrol. Jade, Megumi, Shun. I actually think these builds are extremely nice. Ooh, this is pretty squishy. Kapsu. I would want to tank your Kapsu if you use Valeska. And maybe adding a Nyx. Nyx, Valeska, Kapsu sounds annoying with like Angela in there as well. Now, they're gonna ban Valeska in that case, so you do need another damage dealer. So why don't you add in like Dolmen, where if she goes through and the opponent does not have immunity, and even if they do, then you have Kapsu's skill too. So there is a single target strip. So you could kill them off one by one, and it's really hard for them to kill your team because you have so much sustain in that case. Oh, look at that base speed update on Sekhmith. Damn. Oh, there's a Gojo and Despair. Ooh, that's a slow Laura. 286, but I mean it's 286. Maybe it's still tuned to your team. Angela, Violent Revenge, Leo, Bird, no longer rest, but more speed, so I'm okay with that. Veromos. See? No, like almost no speed, right? Plus 56 speed. Not 100 res. I don't like these builds though that don't have 100 res. It's not even like 99% res. It's 70%. That's like no res. But I like the team. I really do. This is a rage. Yeah, it's to counter Lucifer's right there. This is probably another counter to the Cleaves. Eleanor, Yu. Is there anything else that I'll probably add into the mix? Nyx. Like I said, Nyx I'll definitely add. I'll also maybe add... I don't know why you're not using Water Twin Angels. Because it is strong right now. But it definitely does not fit the team that I said. You know, Kapsu, Nyx, and such. Abilio could probably fit in pretty well. Nana could also fit in. You just have to make sure that your last pick is crucial. Is that good? So that they can't ban Valeska, or even if they do, then your other team does a big impact. And that's why I say Dolmen is a good last pick, because if she gets her skill off, obviously somebody dies within 4 turns. That's why I do think maybe if you're gonna go with that team, change it to Violent so that she could get her skill 3 up quicker. But that's just one team. It is also weak against a lot of control resetters. Reason why I think 100 res is pretty crucial. But if you also then pair it with Nyx, you know, the passive kind of works. It's a hit or miss. You could also add in Smicer, because again, remember, if you have Nyx, all the debuffs get extended by 1 turn. So the 2-turn silence becomes a 3-turn silence. All of this adds up. So the opponent has to ban something else, or their game can get really weird because of all the debuffs that starts to land and because of the extension of it. But that's what I will try. I do like the team right now that you have, but maybe I'll add Smicer, maybe I'll add Nyx, maybe I'll change the build on Dolmen so that you could play more of that type of comp and try it out. I'll also add in a Sonya. A little slow though. Harg could be a good addition as well. Fire Monkey is also a good unit. Okay, it looks like you're using them. They're runes, so I'm just gonna assume that you're using them. I think that's what I'll do. What you're doing is working, so maybe just continue on with what you're doing. 53% win rate to C3 is not that bad. But as soon as you start seeing a wall, try re-runing your box a little to accommodate for that team. 100 res, Kapsu is good, but maybe more tankiness. Valeska, 100 res as well. Dolmen on Vio definitely will be slower, but that's fine. Angela, I like 100 res, but if you want to make it a little faster, if it's not on 100 res, would be better. Because with Kapsu on the field, then there's double cleanses that comes in. So again, it gets really hard for the opponent to kill them. You could even try Shun because of the buff, but I didn't hear anything about it yet, so I don't know how good he is. What do you guys think that this account should play? Is my recommendation valid? If not, what do you guys think? And give him your recommendation. Obviously state your rank so that he knows that he's getting it from somebody that's a higher ranked player. If you guys have Valeska, let me know how you guys are using her so that this account owner could get an idea. I'm pretty sure he could do a lot more things due to the abundance of LD5s that he has, but maybe he's still learning. If you guys want account reviews like this, please join my Patreon. If you guys want account improvements, join my Discord, fill out the Google form. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.